This program is brought to you by Emory University.
All of you are probably familiar with the concept of ice baths or perhaps the polar plunge. Maybe you had a high fever as a kid and had to sit in a bathtub with ice water to bring the temperature down. The concept of using cold to reduce fevers, decrease inflammation, and relieve pain has been around for ages, dating back to the ancient Egyptians. More recently, James Arnott, an English physician in the 1800s, is credited with being the first to use cold to destroy tissue, using a combination of ice and salt to produce tissue necrosis. It wasn't until after Arnott's death in the late 1800s that refrigerant technology had advanced to the point of being used in medicine. Over the years since, there have been significant advances in the field of cryotherapy. The story of our Startup of the Year awardee goes back to 2018, back in the good old days pre-global pandemic. That's when our office received an invention disclosure from Dr. David Prologo, an interventional radiologist and associate professor of radiology in the Emory School of Medicine, describing what would go on to be the foundation of focused cryo. And interestingly, I just learned the other day that Lee Heron from the Georgia Research Alliance that same year also made an introduction between David and his future co-founder Yogi Patel. Cryoablation, like the larger field of cryotherapy, has also been around for a long time, initially used to destroy tumors and other unwanted tissue structures. When Dr. Prologo first submitted this technology to our office, cryoneurolysis, I think I pronounced it correctly that time, all right, the percutaneous application of cold to nerves using closed-end needle systems, was rising in popularity as a technique for managing pain syndromes. But one of the big challenges with using cryoablation probes for these procedures is damage to non-target tissues, as well as lack of feedback to the physician performing the procedure. Basically, there was no cryoablation probe specifically for cryoneurolysis. Then David Prologo came along and invented a new type of cryoablation probe, one that allows complete control of thermal profiles, enabling doctors to ablate the target nerve without causing damage nearby, and providing critical feedback to the doctor performing the procedure. He went on to raise nearly $400,000 in funding from the Georgia Research Alliance and Biolocity, significantly de-risking the technology along the way. And in 2022, Focused Cryo entered into an exclusive license agreement with Emory University to secure the underlying intellectual property rights. I'm honored this evening, I guess it's evening by now, to welcome Dr. David Prologo to the stage to receive the Startup of the Year award for Focused Cryo.
Thank you so much to everyone. I could probably stay up here for the rest of the night, so I'll do my best to keep it short. A previous mentor of mine, Vikas Kulani, who's now the chair at the University of Michigan, gave me advice when I was younger, 15 years ago, said, if you don't have the support of your chair, then any idea you have is going to be worthless. And so my chair, Amit Sandani, is in the front row. So I think that that speaks volumes for sure. And we have recently met even to talk about exactly the kind of work that we're doing here. So that's huge. So thank you for that. And also Carolyn Meltzer, who was my previous chair. Secondly, I have to acknowledge, of course, Dr. Yogi Patel, who couldn't be here tonight. Today is his wife's due date, but certainly he is the driving force behind Focused Cryo. To be clear, to be honest, I had an idea, and then Dr. Yogi Patel turned that into an invention and a device and a company. So he should be given a lot of credit. And then lastly, the Office of Technology Transfer, the Georgia Research Alliance, Biolocity, all of these names that we're hearing as people talk I stayed here at the Emory Conference Center when I interviewed for this job at Emory, so it's really fitting that this is here, because I don't even have the words to express what I found here at Emory in the form of the Office of Technology Transfer and the RAS and all of the things that you talked about. I had no idea that such an infrastructure could even exist. And as I stand here almost 10 years later, I can't keep up with the amount of support here at Emory for research development, commercialization, and innovation. It changed my entire life, the people all around here, and I appreciate that. So thank you all, and thank you for this award, and also on behalf of Yogi, thank you.